Zhu Yu is an ordinary undergraduate student majoring in finance at a university. She is lively, a little careless, never serious in class. And her daily greatest hobby is chatting online with her mobile phone. She has been in an online romantic relationship for half a year. Her online boyfriend's screen name is Drinking Alone Under the Moon. He is a man of few words. Gentle and emotionally stable. Whenever Zhu Yu was irritable or upset about academic pressure, he would listen quietly and comfort her patiently, giving her enough emotional security. Zhu Yu had never met him in real life. Based only on online chats, she complained to her best friend Lin Wanwan in private, firmly believing that he was an uncouth, rigid middle-aged man who kept in good health and was probably bald. She never connected this virtual online lover with anyone in real life. Gu Hui, known as the King of Hell on campus. He's the most rigorous and outstanding professor in the finance department. He is cold, handsome, always wearing a white shirt and gold-rimmed glasses. He is extremely strict in academic research, never wastes time and is ruthless in checking attendance, correcting inattention and catching students playing with mobile phones in class. All students are afraid of him. He always exudes a strong sense of oppression, never smiles and seems inaccessible. No one knows that this cold and ascetic professor is exactly the online lover drinking alone under the moon who has been chatting with Zhu Yu for half a year in secret. He has had a secret crush on Zhu Yu for a long time in reality. Due to the teacher-student identity gap and his cold personality, he did not dare to confess to her face-to-face. He could only approach her anonymously online, accompany her quietly, protect her silently, and hide all his tenderness behind the network cable. On an ordinary day, Gu Hui gave a professional lecture on game theory and finance. The classroom was extremely quiet with strict discipline. Zhu Yu could not resist sleepiness and fell asleep soundly on the spot. Gu Hui noticed her inattention at a glance and called her name coldly, ordering her to stand up and dance her the quirky knowledge of the class immediately. Zhu Yu woke up suddenly with saliva at the corner of her mouth, flustered and at a loss. She had not listened to the lecture at all and could not answer a single word. Her deskmate and best friend Lin Wanwan frantically mouthed hints under the desk. She barely mumbled an irrelevant answer awkwardly. The whole class fell into an awkward and strange silence instantly. Taking this opportunity, Gu Hui severely criticized many students on the spot in front of the whole class. He said that some young people were not motivated, neglected their studies, indulged in illusory online love, and wasted their precious youth. His words were sharp and cold, focusing on blaming those who were absent-minded, chatted ambiguously on mobile phones all day long. In fact, he was just overwhelmed by jealousy. He hated seeing Zhu Yu giving her heart to a stranger online. He wanted to remind her to focus on her studies and test her attitude towards her online lover indirectly. However, in Zhu Yu's eyes, these words were specially aimed at her, deliberately belittling her online relationship. She was suddenly filled with anger and acted on impulse on a whim. Embarrassed by the public criticism, Zhu Yu took out her mobile phone without hesitation in front of the whole class and Gu Hui. She opened the chat interface with Drinking Alone Under the Moon, announced their breakup loudly in public, declared that falling in love was meaningless, swore to focus only on studying and cut off all romantic thoughts from then on. Then she deleted the contact firmly and decisively. Her series of actions were neat and resolute, full of determination to break off the virtual relationship. All the students were shocked and completely silent. No one expected that she dared to confront the cold professor directly and delete her online boyfriend on the spot. On the podium, Gu Hui watched the girl he had a crush on delete him and abandon him in public with his own eyes. His face turned pale in an instant, all blood fading away. His knuckles turned white from gripping the podium tightly. His eyes were filled with shock, astonishment, grievance, sadness and panic. He completely lost his usual calm and dignity, unable to continue the class. Contrary to his usual habit of delaying class, he left in a hurry 20 minutes early without taking his teaching materials, looking lonely and flustered, completely losing his composure. After class, Lin Wanwan immediately posted this famous scene on the campus forum. The post became a hit overnight, sweeping the whole school. Everyone watched the brave girl confront the king of hell and break up with her online boyfriend publicly. The whole network laughed and teased that the cold professor was hurt for no reason. Zhu Yu suddenly became a famous figure on campus. She only felt proud and relieved after standing up for herself, without noticing Gu Hui's abnormality or thinking about the truth behind it. She only felt a little empty about deleting the net friend who had accompanied her for half a year. From that day on, Gu Hui became completely abnormal. He who used to love naming and criticizing Zhu Yu ignored her thoroughly. He never looked at her, never called her name, never blamed her, deliberately avoided and dodged her, walked around her on campus, and even chose the farthest corner to sit when he saw her in the canteen. He no longer had the aura of a cold professor, being completely flustered in his heart. Lin Wanwan boldly guessed that Gu Hui had a crush on Zhu Yu, shocked by her determination to give up love for studying and not knowing how to face her. Zhu Yu only thought it was ridiculous and absurd. She firmly refused to believe it, thinking that Gu Hui was only moved by her determination to study hard and stopped targeting her on purpose. Soon after, the school announced a national important financial modeling competition with rich bonuses and scarce quotas. Zhu Yu was attracted by the bonus and wanted to sign up to earn living expenses. Unexpectedly, the leading instructor of this competition was exactly Gu Hui. Zhu Yu was discouraged at once, thinking that she had confronted him publicly before and would definitely be deliberately made things difficult for. Even losing the qualification to sign up, encouraged by her best friend, she plucked up her courage to go to his office to hand in the application form, feeling uneasy all the way. To her great surprise, Gu Hui was gentle and evasive-eyed, agreeing to her application without hesitation. He also noticed that she had no teammates alone and took the initiative to promise to coordinate top team resources for her. The next day, Zhu Yu received the team list and was completely shocked. Her teammates were the top academic god Lu Jing, who always ranked first in grade, and Zhu Ran, an all-round programming master in the computer department. Both of them were Gu Hui's most proud and outstanding students, impossible to invite ordinarily. The two masters were extremely respectful to Zhu Yu, saying that they admired her courage to give up love for studying, willing to take charge of all technical work and let her only be responsible for putting forward core ideas. All teachers and students talked about it, seeing clearly that Gu Hui gave Zhu Yu special privileges and extreme preference on purpose. During the competition preparation period, the team stayed in the library and laboratory every day to work overtime. Gu Hui came to guide academic work on time every day. He kept a deliberate distance, only communicating with the two male teammates, never taking the initiative to talk to Zhu Yu. However, he would quietly put hot milk and warm snacks beside her desk without being noticed, then made an excuse that staying up late was harmful to health and let the teammates share the food, covering up his exclusive care silently. The teammates watched and gossiped ambiguously all the time. Only Zhu Yu was slow and confused, only thinking that the professor was warm-hearted to care for students, with no other thoughts at all. Late one night, the whole team was stuck on a difficult problem with no solution. Gu Hui rushed over specially. He sat down beside Zhu Yu directly, with a faint fresh grass fragrance around him. He leaned close to teach her to operate the computer, check data and sort out model ideas hand in hand. His palm was warm, and their fingertips touched accidentally. Zhu Yu's heart raced instantly, her face blushing red, her mind going blank. She was flustered and could not listen to a single word of the solution. After Gu Hui left, the teammates teased loudly. Zhu Yu ran away shyly, tossing and turning all night, only thinking about Gu Hui's gentle figure and the throbbing heartbeat from their close contact. That night, Zhu Yu received a strange friend application with a blurry moon avatar and the initials G. H. She felt confused and refused directly. The next day, Gu Hui sent a friend application in person with his real name attached, saying he had something important to talk about. Su Yu passed it nervously. He had nothing to say but awkwardly asked whether she had drunk the milk the day before, chatting extremely stiffly. Lin Wenwan analyzed again, firmly concluding that Gu Hui took the initiative to find topics clumsily just to get close to her, proving his secret crush. Su Yu looked at the moon avatar and felt more and more familiar with it. She suddenly remembered that her deleted online lover drinking alone under the moon had the same moon-style avatar. A terrible thought flashed through her mind. She plucked up her courage to check Gu Hui's simple moments. The latest post 1 year ago had only one sentence: "The moonlight is beautiful tonight," with a picture of the moon exactly the same as the avatar. The truth hit her hard. Su Yu froze on the spot, almost dropping her mobile phone. Completely stunned, the middle-aged bald health-preserving uncle she had complained about countless times, the online boyfriend she had deleted ruthlessly in public, turned out to be the cold and terrifying Professor Gu Hui, the king of hell feared by the whole school. Countless embarrassing memories flooded her mind, instantly breaking up and deleting him in class publicly, complaining that her online lover was boring and rigid in private, mocking his baldness and health-preserving habits with her best friend, saying that online love was useless compared with studying. All her reckless words and deeds had been witnessed by the person himself. Su Yu was extremely embarrassed, wanting to transfer schools overnight, escape from the campus and disappear directly. She suffered from insomnia all night with heavy dark circles, feeling hopeless and only wanting to stay in the dormitory and refuse to face Gu Hui in the laboratory. Forced by her best friend to go to the laboratory to submit the final model works, Su Yu sat restlessly all day, daring not look Gu Hui in the eye. When she was ready to run away after submission, Gu Hui stopped her alone and handed her a cup of warm pomelo tea, gently worrying about her bad complexion and staying up late. After hesitating for a long time, Gu Hui took the initiative to mention drinking alone under the moon carefully and apologized sincerely. He confessed that his severe criticism in class was not against online love or her personally. He was just jealous, seeing her caring too much about a stranger online. He chose online anonymous chatting because he dared not face his true feelings directly, afraid of being rejected due to the teacher-student identity gap. He could only love her silently and clumsily behind the network. You pretended to be calm and ignorant, not mentioning the truth she had known long ago, only saying that past online love was all over and she only focused on studying now. Hearing this, the light in Gu Hui's eyes faded instantly. His face turned pale again, feeling lost and sad, but still did not force her to admit it, tolerating all her awkwardness and evasions silently. Later, the financial modeling competition ended successfully. The team won the first prize firmly with strong strength and professional guidance, and the rich bonus arrived smoothly. Su Yu invited her teammates and best friend to dinner. Everyone teased and shipped them wholeheartedly, saying that they were destined to fall in love. Su Yu was flustered, but could no longer ignore the throbbing love growing in her heart. After the competition, their intersection should have decreased, but Gu Hui started a clumsy and sincere love pursuit mode. He asked her to the office for academic QA on purpose to tutor her, carefully waited downstairs in the dormitory by the way to feed her warm breakfast, every day put down his cold demeanor, learned cheesy love words clumsily, took the initiative to share daily life and express his heart carefully. The cold professor took off all his armor and turned into a clumsy secret lover. His strong contrast touched Su Yu's heart again and again. She gradually let go of her worries, fell in love slowly, began to respond to his gentle kindness quietly, ambiguous with each other, and their feelings warmed up steadily. Chatting alone in the library one day, Su Yu said she was reading A Brief History of Time. Gu Hui misread the words impulsively, unsent "I miss you" to happily. He withdrew it awkwardly, unsent only a full stop after realizing his mistake. The cold genius professor lost his IQ for love. Clumsy and lovely. Su Yu could not help laughing, completely softening her heart. She decided not to pretend to be ignorant anymore and took the initiative to pierce all the ambiguous windows. shopping with her best friend on the weekend. Zhu Yu accidentally saw Gu Hui dining and talking with an elegant white-dressed woman by the window. She was suddenly jealous. Rongdan lost, mistakenly thinking that the woman was his blind date or ambiguous girlfriend, feeling sad all night. Late at night, Gu Hui took the initiative to send messages, explaining frankly that the woman was his elder sister who had just returned from abroad, and asked carefully whether she was jealous with a cautious emoji. The ambiguous atmosphere reached its peak. Zhu Yu made up her mind completely, no longer escaping, and sent a message directly to question Professor Gu. Are you drinking alone under the moon?